Hey SGT Discovery kids, and welcome back to GNN, where every week we keep you informed on what God is teaching us in His Word. I'm Mr. Iden.
And I'm Miss Natalie, and this week our story covers the life of Jesus as a young boy. We actually have two special stories to share with you today. The first story happened only 2 years after his birth. Jesus was visited by wise men from the east who told King Herod that a child was born in Bethlehem who would be king of all the Jews. The wise men brought Jesus gifts, and King Herod wanted to kill the boy so that he only would be king.
An angel visited Joseph in a dream in the night and warned him to take Mary and Jesus to Egypt to save the baby's life. Joseph woke up and brought the family to Egypt, where Jesus lived as a refugee in a foreign land until King Herod died.
Once Joseph and Mary knew it was safe to bring Jesus back to Israel, they moved back to the city they had met each other in, Nazareth, which is where Jesus lived and grew up. The next story we know of is from Jesus' time in Nazareth. He and his parents traveled from Nazareth to Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover. After the celebration, Joseph and Mary began traveling home with a large group of people. After traveling for almost a day, they looked for Jesus among the kids and couldn't find him.
That's because he wasn't there. He had stayed behind in Jerusalem to listen to the teachers of the law read from the scriptures. Joseph and Mary hurried back to find him, and when they did, they also found people around him who couldn't believe how much he knew about God's word.
Jesus obeyed his parents and returned to Nazareth with them until the time came to start his ministry. We only really have these few stories of Jesus' childhood to see what kind of life the young Messiah led. Even though we only have a couple stories, we can already see how special he was and how strongly the Spirit of God showed his power in all he did. We're going to learn more about this now in our Verse of the Week segment with Mr. Iden.
Thanks, Miss Natalie. We can already see just how evident it was that Jesus had been sent from God. All the miracles leading to his birth, his baptism, his escape to Egypt, and his time at the temple showed that God was really moving in his life. But Jesus knew that there was a right time for everything and knew to wait until the right time to start his ministry. We learn more about this in our Verse of the Week from Luke chapter 2, verses 51 and 52. Here's what it says. Then he, Jesus, went down to Nazareth with them, his parents, and was obedient to them. But his mother treasured all these things in her heart, and Jesus grew in wisdom and stature, and with favor of God and man. That's all for the Verse of the Week. Now to Miss Natalie with the Animal of the Week.
Thank you, Mr. Iden. This week's animal can fly absolutely silent and hunts at night. Do you know what it is? Let's have a listen. If you said the owl, then you were right. Owls are birds of prey that hunt mostly at night and are known for how silent they can swoop down on their prey. Owls are found all over the world and are known for the hoot sound that they make. But did you know that not all owls hoot? Fun fact about owls is that their eyes do not move. That's right, in order for owls to look around, they have to move their head to see. God had made the owl's neck in a special way to adapt this need by letting the owl move its head 270 degrees. That means it can look behind its back just by moving its head. Owls are known for their patience and will to wait for long periods of time for just the right time to swoop down and get their prey. Owls also have been associated with wisdom in many cultures. Jesus showed us that even as a boy, he was willing to be patient for the time that God appointed for his ministry to begin. He showed the wisdom that he had to both God and men. That's all for this week's animal. Now back to the newsroom.
Well, that wraps up things for us here on the Gospel News Network. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again right here next week. God bless you, and remember, be blessed
And be a blessing.